U.S. House Speaker Paul Ryan will officially rule out a 2016 presidential bid, his aides have told U.S. media. Mr. Ryan's name was floated as a contender to be Republican nominee in the case of a contested convention. He has repeatedly said he does not want to run for president this year and will make it official later on Tuesday. A contested convention in Cleveland in July is possible if neither Donald Trump, John Kasich, nor Ted Cruz is able to win 1,237 delegates. The state-by-state primary contests, which come to New York next week, determine the number of delegates pledged to a particular candidate. Mr. Trump is still well ahead in the number of delegates accumulated but may fall short of the magic number required. Only two men left, Anthony Zurcher, BBC News, Washington. In 1886, former Civil War General William Sherman set the gold standard for disavowing interest in serving as U.S. President. "I will not accept if nominated and will not serve if elected," he bluntly stated. Speaker of the House Paul Ryan may not reach Sherman-esque levels of certainty with Tuesday's statement, but the move should put the latest round of rampant speculation and rumor-mongering to rest. The Ryan presidential boomlet was largely a result of growing desperation among Republicans who see a presidential ticket headed by the epically unpopular Donald Trump as an unmitigated disaster and by absolutist Ted Cruz as only a slightly mitigated disaster. Mr. Ryan won't be their establishment-friendly white knight, however, and there are few others out there with the stature to pull off such an unlikely convention coup. Former candidate Mitt Romney? Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker? At this point, anyone other than Mr. Cruz or Mr. Trump, the two men who have slogged through the presidential season and won the votes and delegates, appears to be pure fantasy. At a contested convention, the delegates are free after the first ballot to back whom they want, opening the door for Texas Senator Mr. Cruz or even the third candidate in the race, Mr. Kasich. Some in the party had hoped Mr. Ryan would emerge as a candidate at that stage, believing he would be a more effective and less divisive figure than Mr. Trump or Mr. Cruz. "He's going to rule himself out and put this to rest once and for all," one of his aides told Reuters. "He will make a statement at the Republican National Committee headquarters at 1515 ET, 2015 BST. Mr. Ryan ran as Mitt Romney's running mate in the 2012 presidential election. Some analysts have been quick to point out that he said he did not want to run for Speaker of the House last year before eventually accepting the job.